The best thing was, it came to the charts in 2 days. And everybody thought it was a fiddle because our managers' stores send in these, record things? Returns. And everybody down south thought, he's buying them himself or he's just fiddling the charts, But he wasn't.
Actually, we've been at it a long time before that. We've been to Hamburg. I think that's where we found our style. We developed our style because of this fellow he used to say, you've got to make a show for the people. And he used to come up every night shouting, Mac Show. So we used to Mac Show, and John used to dance around like a gorilla, and we'd all, knock our heads together and things like that. Anyway, we got back to Liverpool, and all the groups there were doing this sort of shadows type of stuff. And we came back, leather jackets and jeans and funny hair, macking show, which went down quite well.
We just bought leather jackets, not for the group. One person bought one, I can't remember, and then we all liked them, so it ended up we're all on stage with them. We'd always worn jeans because we didn't have anything else at the time, And then we went back to Liverpool and got quite a few bookings, they all thought we were German. We were builders from Hamburg, and they all said, you speak good English, things like that. So we went back to Germany, and we had a bit more money the second time. So we bought leather pants, and we looked like 4 Gene Vincents, only a bit younger, I think. And that was it, and we just kept the leather gear, till Brian came along.
Well, it was a bit sort of old hat anyway, all wearing leather gear. And we decided we didn't want to look sort of ridiculous, just going on, because more often than not, too many people would laugh. It was just stupid. We didn't want to appear as a gang of idiots. And Brian suggested that we just sort of wore ordinary suits. So we just got what we thought were quite good suits and just got rid of the leather gear. That was all.
And you had yours pinched anyway.
Oh yeah, I had my pants pinched anyway.
We didn't laugh at them in Liverpool.
We do like the fans and enjoy reading the publicity about us, but from time to time you don't realise that it's actually about yourself. You see your pictures and read articles about George Harrison, Ringo Starr, Paul and John, but you don't actually think, that's me that I am in the paper. It's funny, it's just as though it's a different person.
When we go home, we go in early in the morning when we finish the job, and the kids, they don't know you at home. But if they find out, well, where I live, they get the drums out, and beat it out, because it's a play street, and, there's no traffic or nothing bothering them. And once, when the boys came for me, they popped in to see me mum and my dad, We had to go out the back because, there's 20 or 30 outside. And they wouldn't believe me, mother, they'd knock in saying, can we have their autographs? So it built up, so much. There was about 200 kids all around the door, and they was peeping through the window and knocking, In the end, my mother was ill, she's terrified out of her life, just all these kids and boys and girls and that,
They send us a lot of jelly babies and chocolates and things like that, because somebody wrote in one of the papers about presents and things that we had given to us, and John said he got some jelly babies, and I ate them. But ever since that, we've been inundated. We had about 2 ton a night. But the main trouble is they tend to throw them at us when we're on stage. And once I got one in my eye, which wasn't very nice. In fact, I've never been the same since.
It all sounds complaining that, we're not. We're just putting the point is that, it affects your home more than it does yourself, because you know what to expect. But your parents and your family, they don't know what's happening. How long are you going to last? Well, you can't say, You can be big-headed and say, yeah, we're going to last 10 years. But as soon as you've said that, you think, we're lucky if we last 3 months,
Well, obviously we can't keep playing the same sort of music until we're about 40, because now when we're sort of old men playing From Me to You, nobody's going to want to know at all about that sort of thing. So, we've thought about it, and probably the thing that John and I will do will be write songs as we have been doing as a sort of sideline now. We'll probably develop that a bit more, we hope. Who knows, at 40 we may not know how to write songs anymore.
I hope to have enough money to go into a business of my own by the time we do flop. And, we don't know, it may be next week, it may be 2 or 3 years, but I think we'll be in the business, either up there or down there, for at least another 4 years.
I've always fancied having a lady's hairdresser, selling, you know, a string of them, in fact, and trot round with my stripes and my tails, you know. Like a cup of tea, madam?